Listen.
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind. Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come here tonight? Rain.
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vibes and Stuff Live in the morning. It's your host, Chuck Allen, Uncle Freezy, Vibrant Ones. Salute. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. What's going on, Stafford Dawn? Blessed morning, man. Yes, sir. Pudge Nice. Vibes, baby. Vibes. Thank you guys for your support. It's Tuesday, April the 12th, 2022. It's 8:21 a.m. It's about 50 degrees here in the tri-state area. I think today we're going to get up to 69, maybe even 70. So today is going to be a really good day. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, how's your morning going so far? Yeah, man, I woke up this morning feeling pretty good. Wayne Peterson, salute, man. You just vibing. Me too, man. I woke up this morning on a good note. Worked on some stuff before the show. Yeah, man. Today just feel like it's going to be a good day, man. On the side note, man, how are you Unique fans feeling this morning? We're gonna save the takes for the next show, KMD. But I just want to know how y'all feeling this morning, man. Feeling good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praises due, man. Yeah, man. You got to give all praises, man. Because our eyes have flew open to a brand new day that we've never seen before and we'll never see again. We got to thank the band for that. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Vibrant Ones. So what's in your cup this morning? Well, y'all know what's usually in my cup. Nothing has changed, man. Just maybe the brand a little bit. But black cherry seltzer water, man. Would you believe these joints were only 60 cents? Got them from Stop and Shop. I was like, oh, word. About to load up on these. Because I usually buy like the 12 pack of sparkling water. They usually have them like two for $5. Certain brands, and I'm not discriminatory. For me, whichever was one on sale is the one that I'm going to grab. Mineral water, no doubt, no doubt. Um, Salute, man. Osaduki, Dripmore, welcome, gentlemen. How y'all doing this morning? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's good, boss man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm vibing. How are you?
Man, just had a hot breakfast. Just looked my girl in the eyes. Hey, girl. Yeah, man. Rome Fall Rock is in the building. Drip Moore, Wayne Peterson. I see you, Pledge. Nice. What's good? Hey, Chuck, I heard you vibing this morning. I wanted to jump in earlier, but I was like, damn, Chuck vibing. I ain't want to kick in the door. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
The dynamic duo was in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, so you hit me up with an interesting topic last night. I know you want to kind of get into it a little bit. I want to get into it a lot.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's jump into it.
You ready to jump into it?
Yeah. Let's get it.
All right. So, I guess it don't matter if the name's not there. All right. So, Vibrant Ones, Chuck hit me up with a text last night. I almost threw my phone down, but I forgot the replacement cost for your phone, and then you got to wait for them to send you the replacement joint. And I'm like, oh, God, dog it. It ain't worth throwing your phone no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you throw your phone, you slam your phone in the floor, and then you got to wait like 3 days, and then you got to pay $250 and all kind of stuff. I was like, God, dog it. But yo, so Chuck, you want me to read the text verbatim, or do you want me to just go off the dome what you mentioned? Either is fine to me.
Yeah,
because I think we're gonna get to the same result.
Yeah, go ahead, rock.
All right, so Pudge Nice, check this out. Chuck Allen hits me up in the middle of the night with like this stuff, right? And I'm like, yo, B, why you trying to get my head spinning in the middle of the night? You can just hit me with this like 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have me think about this shit all night, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, jeez, I done read it now. You can't unread it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wayne Peterson's in the building. But so you can't unread it. So now I'm like, ugh. So I got it right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read it partially and then explain it, right? So Chuck said, when do you put childish things away? Is what I'm doing childish, or is what I'm doing just not others' cup of tea? Do all things have an expiration date? How do you know when to throw it away because it's no longer good for me to indulge? What?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So that's got layers to it. And Chuck knew that. That's why he sent it to me in the middle of the night, because he didn't want me to have a peaceful night. He wanted me to be walking around thinking about stuff. Thank you, Chuck.
Thank
you, Chuck. Yeah. So it's maybe the intent was not, but what the result was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So the thing is, so when do you put away childish things, right? So here's the thing. I don't think men of any age ever get the little boy out of them, right? What happens is, as we mature, we stack things on top of the little boy. Like when we're a little boy, we act like a little boy. Mm-hmm. And then we go from a little boy to like a preteen, a teenager. Like when you say you somewhere between 11 and 13, you're like a teenager. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know 13 is officially a teen number, y'all. I know that. But teenagers, in terms of development, like for instance, there's a difference between 12/13 and 14/15. There's a difference. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you get to be about 10, your underarms be stank. You know, you're like, I'm a man now. Nah, man.
No, you
just because you wear deodorant don't mean you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the stages. So you go from being that little boy that mama barely trusts you to go to the store with $1 to, you know what I'm saying, you taking out the trash. They might even trust you to at 12, 13, they might even trust you to crank up the car. Boy, go warm up the car.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This little stuff, you know, like little responsibilities or whatever. You might even babysit at 12 or 13. Keep the 5-year-olds. Make sure they don't lick all the ice. Make sure the little 5-year-olds don't lick all the cream out the Oreos and put them back. Ain't nothing worse than going in a pack of Oreos. You look, ain't nothing but black cookies in there. And you know the kids don't lick all the cream out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Who licked all the cream out the Oreos? I don't know. It wasn't me. Really, it wasn't you. Okay. Really. But then from 12 to 13, you know, you get to like 16, 17, you start doing some adult stuff. Not all. Because you awkward with it, you know.
Right.
15, 16, 17, you start doing adult stuff, but you still awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like your body. Like
right.
I'll never forget, man. I was in 10th grade, and this girl named Tamika used to sit in front of me in math class. And she had the tootiest little booty, like sticking out the back of the desk. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher always used to see me looking at her booty and then be like, "Hey, Uncle Freezy, come up here and do this math problem." And I'd be like, "No, I'm sick today. I'm sick." And she like, "You sick? How come you sick? Every time Tamika wear a dress, you sick. What's wrong with you, puppy love?" "No, I got wooditis." Okay, I got wooditis. That's what I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you can kind of control some things, but as a boy, hormones be jumping like a disco.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But then you go in your 20s, you still young as hell, don't know nothing. Think you know everything. I'm gonna conquer the world. Right? You 20. You ain't conquering nothing. You ain't conquering nothing. You still be wondering what mama cooking. Mama,
Yep.
y'all cook today? You know what I'm saying? And then you get to be 40.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have things under control in your 40s. In your 40s, you got things under control. In your 50s, you in between like that being a middle-aged person and an older person, right? And then you get in your 60s and 70s, you older. Then you get in your 80s, you're an old man, right? But the thing is, as you stack, as the years stack on top of each other, the little boy is still there. You just have the teenager is there, the 20-something is there, the man is there, the middle-aged man is there. You know, and if you blessed to see your 80s, you be an old man. But guess what? The little boy is still there inside you. The only thing is how we walk and talk, behave, treat others, appreciate stuff. Those things change because as an 80-year-old man, see, you ain't gonna go into Oreos and lick the cream out and put the black cookies back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna throw the black cookies in the trash and be like, "Hey, what happened to the Oreos?" "Hey, I lick the cream out and threw them black ass cookies away." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a little boy, you like, "Hey, I licked the cream. Who licked the cream? I don't know. Santa Claus. You know, Santa Claus fat. You know, nah, man. Santa Claus ain't licked no damn. Santa Claus ain't even real." And then you tell him, and the little boy, "Santa Claus ain't real." You know what I'm saying? So the thing I'm getting at, Chuck, is when I read it, it's like, when do you put away childish things, right?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what those things are that you got as a child or that you dreamed of as a child, right? Like, for instance, when you're a child, you know, you get the little Hot Wheels Mustang car, right?
Right.
Right. You get the little, and you play with it. You be pushing it all around your mama kitchen floor, you know what I'm saying, all down the hallway and all that stuff. When you're a middle-aged man and you buy that car, you never putting that away, right? Because you dreamed of that since you was a little boy. And when
Right.
you're a middle-aged man and you can buy that real thing, see, you chased your dream and accomplished it,
Okay.
right? So you don't ever put it away. Now, if you're talking about childish behaviors, you put that away as you move to the next stage, because you can't move into the next stage until you put the previous stage away, right? And you know this, like for instance, as you enter the world and the workforce and stuff out of college, you put the college years away. The college years were memories. Now you're a man responsible for yourself and maybe even others. And you're in your early 20s, early to mid 20s. You don't think like a college student no more, even though that was an accomplishment going from high school to college. Going
Right.
from high school to college is an accomplishment, right? But when you made it to college, you didn't behave like a high schooler no more. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't like, I can't wait to see such and such in fifth period. Now in college, you on your own. You're responsible for your own education. So
Right.
as you take the next step, as you go from that post college years to a man in his 30s, you don't think like a college student no, or you don't think like the dude fresh out of college no more, right? As you enter
Right.
your 40s, you don't think about the 30s no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about impressing your friends. Such and such bought a Honda Civic, man. I went out and bought a Honda Accord. I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? You don't in your 30s, right? You know what I'm saying? But in your 40s, you ain't supposed to think like that. You're supposed to think about others. As a man, when you get in your 40s, you're supposed to think about your girl, your kids, if you got some, your mama. Because if you in your 40s, your mama is more than likely in her 60s or 70s.
Right.
So you got to think about her in a different way. Like the roles are slowly starting to reverse. How she used to be in control of you, say, from birth to you in your about your 30s. Once you get in your 40s, that role slowly starts. Mama, did you take your medicine? Mama, why you ain't call me back? Pops, you took your medicine? No, I ain't took my medicine. Well, you be eating that pork and them collard greens, man. You know you got high blood pressure, man. Take your medicine. Right? But it's the same talk. He in
Hmm.
that same voice, Pops, take your medicine, man. Stop playing around. You want to be here, don't you? You want to live, don't you?
Right.
You want the doctor to cut your foot off? This is how you talking to your
Right.
pops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the same voice, that same Furious Styles tone. He used to
Mm.
talk to you when you was 6 or 7. Boy, didn't I tell you to put them clothes in the dirty clothes hamper? It's the same tone, right? And so
Right.
we look at these things like when do you put away childish things? Hey man, if it's your dream, if it's your dream, if it's real, you never put it away until you accomplish it. Like if your dream is less of a accomplishment and more of a goal, if it's an accomplishment, then and you accomplish it, you can put it away, right? But if it's a goal, man, you may never put that thing away, Chuck. Like if your dream is a goal, like, hey, I want to be one of the hottest producers in the game.
Hmm.
Well, guess what? Others have that same dream, right? So you're always chasing that. Do you ever put that away? It depends on how important that dream is to you, right? And so when I read the text, I was like, "What is Chuck doing? Why did he send me this? Because I'm gonna think about this all night long. I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna think
But,
about this all night."
well, I was thinking about it since we had our conversation yesterday, and you was just going in as you should. Men over 40 sagging their pants.
Yeah,
You
men over
know,
40, don't sag your pants.
no. Tell you the truth, nobody should be sagging their pants. But that's just a personal opinion. Nobody wants to see your butt. Why you want your butt out round? Never mind. Anyway, uh, the reason I asked that is because, like I said, I was thinking on that. I was like, because when folks who don't do what you do see you doing something that maybe you were doing in your 20s, like uh, very simple, like guys who buy cars and then accessorize them, right?
Ah, yeah,
Like you buy a car in your teens, maybe early 20s, and you do these customizations to them. And that's something that you've been like a hobby of yours that's been uh, in the making for 20 plus years. And someone comes to you, aren't you tired of that?
yeah,
Like you too old to have a orange Cadillac.
yeah. Burnt orange with the flake in it
Yes,
and the clear coat and 4 layers of clear coat.
and shiny.
Yeah,
But those who that's why the second part of that question was, is what I'm into just not your cup of tea like others? That's why
right.
there's this constant pressure to change. Man, you 35 now. It's about time to settle down and stop, you know,
Yeah,
being with different women.
yeah, yeah.
That is true. But what if the woman that I'm with, deep down inside, I know that she's not the one. She's
That's
just
that's
right
a
now.
that's a you issue, Chuck. That's not a her
Okay.
issue. That's a you issue, right?
Oh
Because
no,
because
I'm not saying it's the girl's problem or the girl's fault, but having outside forces saying, well, you with this person, then you should be with this person because it's time for you to settle down. But why would I put myself in a position to one day have this all come to an end because it shouldn't have began in the first place?
I understand that. So what I'm saying is not her.
Hmm.
What I'm saying is the issue of settling down is a you issue,
Oh, of course.
not the person, not the person. Because the thing is, you want to be with the right person regardless what stage of life you in.
Right.
You feel me? That's all. That's key, in my opinion. You always want to pick the right person, right? That because listen, the thing is the thing, and I'm talking to the chat now because I know you know this already, but I'm just speaking to the chat and those that may watch us, may be watching this for the first time. Thank y'all. If y'all watching this for the first time, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We be here Mondays through Fridays, 8 a.m. ish to 9 a.m. ish. But the thing is you have to know who you are as a person and understand what stage of life you're in, right?
Hmm.
What stage of life are you in? Like if you still have that play in you, maybe you need to consider talking to somebody like, excuse me, like, why do I still have this? Why do I still feel like I want to act like I'm still in college? Is that a environmental issue or is that a me issue? Is that an emotional issue? Like, am I longing for those college days because I missed something, because I messed something up and I need to correct it?
Hmm.
Or is it the environment? Are all the people around me just too wild? Right? Are they? Am I hanging around a age group that maybe is that college age? Are they like I'm 35 and I'm hanging around a bunch of 23-year-olds? So it's something to that. Like what's driving my decision making?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like at 35, at 35, I'm not gonna say settle down. What I'm gonna say is um financially look at planning things for your future at 35. You feel me? Like
Right.
if you hadn't purchased a house yet, then that's the age because you don't want to be 75, 80 years old still paying for a house, right?
Right.
35, you pay 30 years, you be 65 when you finish, right? I don't suggest, and my thing is, I don't suggest paying on anything for 30 years, right? I listen, I don't, 30 years, if it's not your IRA, if it's not your financial stuff, I don't feel like you should be paying for anything that long. Anything over 15 years is criminal, right? That's how come, like me and Mo, we paid off where we at in 8 years. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And the reason why we did it, we were fortunate enough. Like, she got some experience in the field. I have some experience too. And so what we was like, we watch so many people pay for 30. We ain't paying for no 30. We gonna when everybody going to the Bahamas and buying new cars, we're gonna take that money and pay off our house. Right? We're just gonna just keep putting extra. And
Right.
that's a video for another day, like how to pay stuff down and all that stuff, right?
Right.
But my thing is, my deal is this: at 35, settle down don't mean get married, or just mean get married. Settle down means, all right, now it's time for you to do, like, it's time for you to think about your life. Like, Chuck, when's the last time you looked at yourself and said, hey, and this is directed to you, Chuck, not to the chat and all that. When's the last time you looked at yourself and said, hey, I wonder what I'm going to be like when I get 60? Maybe never, right?
Nope. Never.
But guess what, Chuck? Every day you wake up, you are getting closer to 60.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so as a young man, you have to think, like, do I want to be bagging groceries at the Arab store when I'm 60? Do I want to be that old man? Or do I want to be secure at that age? Do I want to have, you know what I'm saying, my properties and stuff paid off? Do I want to be married? Or am I willing to be married at that age? And for how long? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to have, you know what I'm saying, do I want to start having kids? Do I want to start having babies around here? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things to think about, because settling down is just not tying a knot. Settling down means a lot of
Right.
stuff. Yeah, man. And to your other question about is putting away those things, or settling down, so to speak, or becoming the person that you want to be, is what you want, and is it somebody else's cup of tea? And let me do all the things have an expiration date? Oh no, I'm sorry. Am I doing childish things, or is what I'm doing just not others' cup of tea? Yeah, I would say this: definitely do the self-examination. And what others think, man, listen, your circles are always going to change. You're not going to have the same friends, the same circle of friends. You're not even going to have the same circle of relatives, family members. The older you get, the more you realize that certain cousins that you rock with when you was 12 may not be the ones that you rock with at 40. And the ones that you was like, man, they so square when y'all was 16, those might be the ones that you be rocking with at 45. Because they were square because they had their stuff together. And then now that you got your stuff together, y'all just tend to have more stuff in common. Like, they jokes be funnier. They food tastes better. You know what I'm saying? You just enjoy their company more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that go on. Like, settle down doesn't just mean, and I'm saying this to the young people out there that are looking at this thing like, settle down, slow down, Uncle Freezy. I just met her. I don't want to tie the knot. Nah, it don't mean tie the knot, man. It means get your retirement plans in order. Get a will. Buy some
Right.
property. You know what I'm saying? Start saving. And people are like, yo, this is what they hit me with, Chuck. Saving for what? A project? Like, saving for? No, you don't even have to save for a rainy day. Just put the money away and don't blow it. Just because you have it, don't mean you got to spend it.
But you know how that the messaging being pushed at the moment. Well, not just at the moment is spend money. Well, you say you
Right.
can't take it to the grave with you. I
Right.
mean, the Egyptians tried,
Yeah.
but then people just went down there and dug it up and took what they want. So it's like
Right.
get rid of it. At least that's what they preach to, or try to indoctrinate the urban youth of America. When you get money, spend it. Because the
Hey,
only
Chuck.
way people know you have money is when you spend it.
Hey, man, I get that. I get it.
That's why you know what you said earlier. If you see someone down the street getting a new car, you know good and well that you already you can't spend a nickel more than what your budget says, or to mess everything else up. Here you going talking about we going to look at the new 2023 Chevy Impala. Why? What's wrong with the car you
Is
got?
it is it any better than the 2022 or the 2021? I mean,
It's new.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, right? I'm sure the leather packages are newer. Maybe the console has changed. But listen, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this as somebody. Okay, so I have three cars, right? Me and Mo have three cars, right? Right. We got three cars, and I get hit up by email all the time. Hey, man, you ready to trade in? You such and such and such and such. No, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. I'm good. Right. But Chuck, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to get to you about the spending money part. The spending money thing goes back to the part where I just mentioned like 7 to 8 minutes ago about counseling and self observation. Right. The reason why I say that is this: if you got to spend money on yourself to impress yourself, then you have a self esteem issue. Right. Right? If you gotta like that like being fly like Uncle Freezy, you know what I'm saying? I like to think I'm fly, right?
You
I,
be
I'm a
you be fly.
I'm a, I'm a dress sharp, right? I'm a dress sharp. I'm gonna have the dopest cologne and all that stuff. But listen, all that within means, right? Like I ain't gonna spend no $200 on no cologne. You can bet that, Jack. You can take that to the bank. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll take a $30 cologne and make that shit last 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And be smelling good as a motherfucker. Be smelling good. The lady, man, I know when he be here. He be smelling good. Yep. Yep. $30. And I'm gonna make that thing last 8 months. Right.
Right.
And so clothes, all this stuff. I'm gonna take care of my stuff, take them off, take them to the cleaners, all that stuff, make that stuff last. Cause I ain't got
Right.
the best. Cause for one, I'm a big boy. And it's hard to find clothes that's fly, right? Two, I don't want to spend money like that on such and such and such and such a stuff. But what I would like to do is save money, right? Save it.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. And don't and people be asking, but save it for what? You can't take it with you.
Right.
Guess what else I can't take with me? I can't take my loved ones with me. I can't take my house with me, right? I can't even take listen, I can't take my friends with me,
Right.
right? When I kick the bucket, I can't take Chuck Allen with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
When I kick the bucket, it's my time to go, right? When I kick the bucket, it's my time to go. I can't take money, I can't take people, I can't take possessions. It's a bunch. I can't take knowledge with me. I can't take love with me, right? So when
Right.
people say you can't take it all with you, I know this. That's why the love that you have in your heart, you need to spread it. Because it's gonna come a day where you're gonna take your last breath and all the love that you had will be right back here on earth. And you going wherever you going. And the knowledge that you have, if you didn't share it at the time you take your last breath, guess what? You're not taking it with you. So when you ask me, money is so far down on the list of things that I would love to take with me. That don't bother me. You can't take money with you, Uncle Freezy. Man, listen, I can't take the love of my wife with me. I can't take the love of my mom with me. I can't take the love of my friends with me. I can't take all this useless information in my brain with me. I can't take these houses with me. I can't take these cars with me. And people talking about taking money with you can't take the money with you? Really? On that list of things that I would love to take with me, money is low down on a totem pole, Chuck. Right? So
Mhm.
what I'm saying to somebody, that's listening, so what I'm saying to somebody younger than me and Chuck is this: you need to prioritize the things in your life,
Right.
right? Starting with yourself. Prioritize yourself, not with possessions, not with say money and all these type of things. If you're blessed and fortunate to come across money at hand over fist and all those things, that's great. But don't let money build your self-esteem because it only lasts for a moment. Because say Chuck Allen gets $1 million today, right? He becomes a millionaire and he gets in that millionaire circle. Guess what? He's going to be in that circle where millionaires have more money than him,
Right.
right? So he left that thousandaire state like, man, I wish I had more money. Get into that millionaire state with millionaires, and guess what might start happening? Man, I don't have as much money as them. Man, I wish I had more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of the things. That's why when Chuck sent me this text message, I was like, God dog it. I showed it to Jack. I'm like, Jack, look at this. This is what we're gonna talk about in the morning. And Jack like, oh man, Jack older than me, right?
Right.
Jack is the type of Jack is a cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He about 10 years older than me. He by at retirement age, and he got he got the Denzel dentures, Chuck. he got the Denzel dentures. So when he smiled, you know how it looked too perfect. You know how Denzel dentures
Yeah.
look too perfect. You know, like damn, your teeth is too perfect. Every tooth is the same size going around. They lined up perfect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No,
And
not
so,
even. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So you're like, man, y'all gonna be talking down there for hours. I was like, not this morning. We're gonna talk for an hour, and I'm gonna go take me a nap. He was like, how y'all gonna talk about that for an hour? I said, hey, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But listen, but yeah, Chuck, when you said that, I was like, yeah, this dude gonna get me to open up and start preaching. You know what I'm saying? This dude gonna get me to start preaching about some stuff this morning. Cause the thing that I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Um, there was a Andrew College. He made a comment that I wanted to touch on. He says too many people spend money they earn to buy things they they don't want to impress people they don't like. Um, just to add to that, man, broke people stay broke, impressing other broke people.
Right,
That
right,
that is a vicious cycle where, like Uncle said earlier, that's an individual issue. They
right,
have self-esteem issues where
right,
it's always, well, if they're doing this, then we should be doing this too.
right,
Um, Again, that's another reason why I asked the question in the way I did. Let me give you this scenario, and then you tell me what's going on. Right? Uh, a group of young women in their late teens, early 20s. Uh, they go to bike week,
okay,
and I mean they have a ball.
right,
So much so, we need to book our rooms for next year.
right,
10 years has passed. Now they're in their late, uh, early 30s, and they're still going
right,
to bike week.
right,
Then 10 more years pass, and they're still going to Bike Week.
Right.
So you say to yourself, all right, it's the big 5-0.
Right.
We're gonna grow up. We're not
Right.
going to Bike Week anymore.
Right.
We're going we're going to we're going to the jazz festival.
Yeah.
And the same things that they were doing at Bike Week
Right.
are the same things that they're doing at Jazz Fest and Essence and all
Right.
this stuff.
Right.
It's just that now the things that they were doing and the people that they were doing them with went from jet black hair to salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Yeah.
Right. So
I got
uh
salt and pepper here too, Chuck. I just keep cutting it. Y'all don't see it. Like it's salt and pepper all the way around. Like yeah, it's crazy. But
I
anyway,
wasn't
I get
I wasn't saying that taking shots. What I was saying is
no.
I've
No,
watched
I'm saying I know
Mhm.
what it's like to have salt and pepper hair. That's what I'm getting at.
Right. Okay. Pudge Nights, they getting smashed out at Bike Week. Okay. People get smashed out at Essence and Jazz Fest too.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
you get
Oh
that I call it the old people freaknik
yeah.
because I remember New Orleans had a jazz festival
Yep.
and we went to the jazz festival. There were ladies, we call them the silver foxes. Like they got the
Right.
full head of silver hair and they were honey. Jeez,
Yeah.
I was like, slow down, grandma. like what's
Yeah.
like what is going on here? The reason I asked was that in that story, for the first 20 years, they were going to Bike Week, right?
Right.
And now that they're 50, no, we got to mature. Now we're going to Essence and Jazz into these jazz festivals and Sugar Water Festival, right? But the behavior is still the same. Instead of, you know, butt out, breast out on the beach, you might have a sundress on, you know,
Lord have mercy, them sundresses.
them sundresses with
Wait,
thongs, man.
boy.
Man,
Yeah.
I watched a preacher lose his train of thought one day. we was sitting. No, he was. No, I'm serious, man. This is probably about 6 years ago because I was playing at a church, and the pastor was bringing me, dropping me off, and we were talking, and man, this lady walked past us. We was at the stoplight, and she walked past with that sundress on. He was talking. He was like, "Yeah, man, you know, you just got to dedicate yourself, you know, and God to do the God to do the rest."
Yeah.
And then he looked over at me. I was like, "Yeah, I was looking too. I was
Yeah,
absolutely
man.
looking too, man. That sundress
Get
ain't no
my
joke."
get my eyes full, boy. Get my a lady asked me that one time. I was looking at her. She was like, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, and this is why I always be like, man, stay in the moment, bro. You see somebody fine,
Mhm.
you see somebody fine, compliment them, man. Just be in the moment, right? Because because she was like, I was in Burger King with my cousins, they twins, right? They're a year older than me, right? I had just seen them for, and so she had walked by with that Burger King bag and knocked over them. And you know how the Burger King used to have them stupid crowns that you could put on little kid head. Remember that? The little stupid Burger King crowns. They had them stacked up or whatever. Here, little boy, here, take a Burger King crown. She knocked over them crowns, man, and bent over, picked up them crowns and put them back up. And I was like, oh my God, boy, I can imagine what she like. The twins looking at me, looking at her. She looking at me, bent over, looking at her. And she just walk over. She like, hey, you got your eyes full? I'm like, no, not yet. Lord have mercy, girl. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the
Yes, sir.
twins, they preachers kids, right? Okay.
Hmm.
So they the preachers kids, and we were the opposite. Right. So they like to come over there and hang out with us. And we never want to go to their house. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. Right. Right. They ask, Matthew 4:4 say, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. I love the Lord, man, but yeah, and so she comes, she like, you got your eyes full? I ain't never heard that before in my life. I was like, no, but Lord have mercy, you are fine. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin's like, oh, they laughing. I'm like, we too old for y'all to be laughing like little kids. We 24, 25 years old. What? You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway. My bad, Chuck. I got lost out of the moment as usual. I'm telling people stay in the moment, and here I am out of the moment. My bad. My bad.
No, what the point that I was making with the story was that maybe someone said maybe someone goes, y'all too old to be going to bike week, right? So I changed the setting, but I didn't change my behaviors. Instead of fighting it up with young men on motorcycles, um, it's older men in golf carts.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro. It's a crazy
So
world.
that wasn't necessarily putting that too, because like I've heard people say, yo, you too old to be going to be concerts. You too old to be going to concerts. And I'm like, well, how old? What is the cutoff age for
Yeah.
concerts? They stop people at the door. Ho 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 ho.
Oh, you
How old are you?
60. Yeah.
You 60? Oh no, man, you can't come in here.
Yeah.
So 59 and under.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's where the second part of that question comes in, is what I'm doing childish, or is just not others' cup of tea, especially those who are pointing it out, saying, well, these are the things you need to change, these are signs of maturity, and you haven't exhibited that yet. um
Right.
because I know people don't grow up. Women and men in their 50s and 60s that act like children. Like you would think the person that is getting fussed at is a teenager, the way the other person is whining. You like, man, I would hate to be them. They would make sure they do their homework, and then you
Yeah.
find out they're a grown behind adult, and you're like, like you got
Yeah.
grandkids. Like, what are you?
Yeah. Yeah. When are you gonna start
Um,
setting the example?
exactly. Um, I know
Yeah,
we
man.
have everyone has their quirks, things that they're into that other people may not be into. Um,
Right.
like there are people that are into magic,
What?
been doing magic all their life, man. Or someone that's into uh I don't, van ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I don't know what the verb will be. Um,
Right.
puppeteering. But
Yeah.
people who do that kind of stuff, it may have started out young, and then it's
Right.
like, man, don't you want to put them toys away? Don't you want to do something else, play football or something?
It's something. Something. Something.
Harry Potter. Well, yeah, I've seen the movies. I've seen the movies a couple times, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay.
Uh, but no, no, no. Okay, so the last part of that was, what was the last part of that question?
Let me pull it up one more time. I'm getting hit up about the. This is a
Okay.
daily event. I'll be doing vibes and stuff, and my phone will be vibrating like the electric slide about Nick's stuff. Like my phone will legit be vibrating. Rob the Nick says, I'm coming on today. I heard the views yesterday. I'm coming in with the smoke. Okay. All right. I got you.
Oh man, Rob called me the other day, man, but my sleep pattern's off, so I was knocked out when he
You was
called.
hiding. You was hiding because you know when Rob the Nick call you, bro, you already know off rip. That's 4 hours. You know, like I'll be like, OG, let me put these beans on the stove. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ball some peanuts while you talk about Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? But the last part of the question was, how do you know when to throw it away because it's no longer good for you to indulge? It's easy when you know when you know. Like for instance, what I'll say, like the things that you put away, you have your subconscious probably has been telling you the whole time that it's time for you to put these things away, but you've been fighting it because you enjoy it, right? like like for instance, um video games, right? Like dudes will play NBA 2K until the crack of dawn, but then you ask them about financial literacy and they don't know nothing. And so you be like, yo, wait a minute. You legit study a video game, but then when it comes to something that matters materially, you know nothing, right? I'm one of them. I started out um with what was the game? Pac-Man on Atari. Bump, 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 bump. The Pac-Man, right?
It was either
And
Pac-Man
so
or Frogger or
yeah.
Space Invaders, something like
Space
that.
Invaders, yeah. All of that. Like started out with all of that Donkey Kong Jr. and all that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And appreciate that Pierre Moist. That's our guy too. Hey, Pierre
yeah,
Moist, I think we made you a moderator too, bro. I think we made you a moderator. We made a lot of people mods this morning, right? And I should have been did that, but the thought just never crossed my mind. Like sometimes I have to get reminded of stuff. Like if you don't tell me, hey, where your mods at? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, mods, what you mean? But yeah, man. So I used to play video games, man, way up into my 40s, right? And might still play PlayStation now, but I prioritize, right? I'm like, yo, should I be playing the game or should I be watching a YouTube video about VMix? Yeah, I watch a YouTube video about VMix. Should
right.
I be playing the PlayStation or should I be learning how to do videos? Easy. I should be learning how to do videos, right? And so I prioritize. Now I can do if you be like, yo, hey, listen to this beat. Oh, okay, that's dope. Hey man, can you do me a video for it? Give me 15 minutes. And you're like, 15 minutes? Hell yeah, I'm that good now. I'm
Right,
that good now, but I prioritize that over the PlayStation.
right.
You feel me? And Chuck, and you, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you what else I'm good at. Relationships, right?
Hmm.
Like I'm so good at relationships now that I feel like I can master the art of the relationship. Not manipulate, right? But master it. Like I'll know when to compliment, right? When to let the other person take the lead, right? When to be assertive, you know what I'm saying? When the relationship needs something, you know what I'm saying? When to spice it up, when to tone it down. Because at first I was a failure at relationships, bro. I used to mess relationships up so bad it was comedy, right? And I don't just mean romantic relationships. I mean friendships, family. You know how you and your mom, or you and your dad, or you and your brother, you and your sister. Now I'm at a stage where um like if my sister want to do an event, I'll be like, I'm the oldest, I'm in charge. No, I don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just let her rock. I be like, um, hey, what you need for me to bring? She be like, I need money. I'm like, God, dog it every time. But guess what? I put some money to the side anyway. So I'll just cash app you. You know what I'm saying? So I cash
Right.
app her ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? And we all of us spent Christmas together, right? So my little brother passed away. My mom was down in the dumps. We all decided to spend Christmas together in this big old house, right? So at Christmas, this is I'll tell you how funny the Knicks Want to Drive family is, right? Because there's a Lawrence Tears family, and then there's a Knicks Want to Drive family that's a part of Lawrence Tears, but then there's a Knicks Want to Drive family,
Right.
right? So I'm like, hey y'all, I'm not doing that for Christmas. I'm gonna just hang out with my family for Christmas since we've been together every day. So my phone started buzzing. I'm looking at my phone about to wiggle off the desk, like wiggling. Does this mean you're not doing the Knicks Morning Drive on Christmas? Hell no, I'm not doing the Knicks Morning Drive on Christmas.
Wait.
Yes.
Wow.
Because the Knicks
The
played
nerve.
on Christmas Day, Chuck. Remember that? The Knicks played the Atlanta Hawks. Remember the team we lost to in the playoffs? We lost to them on Christmas Day. So we lost them in the playoffs, and we were playing them on Christmas Day, right? But I look at my sister. I'm like, hey, my sister is like, yo, this is so odd. Because what happened is me and Mo had a plan. We paid for the place. We paid for the parking. We paid for the place and the parking. I guess all that came together. But a lot of the food, we paid for a lot of that stuff, right? And in previous years, I'd have been like, if I'm paying for it, I'm gonna be the boss. I'd have went in there, sit right here. No, not you. You know what I'm saying? Being overly bossy. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it is what it, it's one of those things. But now, as I got older, and relationships, like for instance, when say Knicks Morning Drive start, and C-Mac will say something like, before I get started, C-Mac will be like, you wrong, Uncle Freezy. Instead of me getting in my feelings, I laugh because I know he trolling, right? But years ago, I'm like, how he saying I'm wrong? What am I wrong about? It ain't even a big deal. It's a laugh. Like C-Mac say that to make me laugh. And then I might have taken it the wrong way and get in my feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's the reason why you and I can vibe together. Because on some days you let me get super chatty like today. And then other days I want to take I plan to take a step back and let you rock, you know what I'm saying, without being interrupted. Right? That'd be my plan. And then something like we can have a chemistry, because I think in this thing with like being relational, being not just friendly, but relational. Like when you relational, you're like, oh, laugh and they make me laugh. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'd be like, oh, this Chuck wheelhouse right here. I'm gonna just throw this softball up there and watch Chuck go off, and then you go off like
Really?
it'd be you know what I'm saying? It's like so I learned that over the years, like how to mature and get good at relationships and such, and to the point that I guess that we were making. It's like not just subconscious, maybe it's something in you that tell you like you need to take the next step. Like stop doing. You don't need. Why do you need to play the PlayStation so much? You're at the stage where you should be learning stuff and sharing knowledge with others. Okay. I won't play 2K. I'll watch videos of somebody else and learn something from them. You know what I'm saying? Or um like how many at one point, Chuck, I was trying to buy every car in sight, right? And then something came to me, it's like, yo, why do you need to have so many cars? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't drive all of them at
Right.
once. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like, okay, all right, I got it. At one point, man, I had a Chevy, a Honda, a Chrysler, a Saturn, all these different cars, and you couldn't drive them all at one time.
That's true.
Listen,
But
MTV Cribs.
yes.
Yeah, see what I mean? Y'all see what I mean, y'all? Chat, you see what I mean now? You see what I mean, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, man.
um that was one of the things that I struggled with early into my accident. Um not buying cars. I've always had a piece of job, and before, you know, old schools became the thing that everybody wants to go and buy now and fix.
Right,
I've been on that. You know, living in the South, it was nothing to go in someone's backyard. Hey man, how much you want for that?
right,
And so I used to have all kinds of stuff at my aunt's house. And once the accident happened, you know, they waited maybe like a year, and they was like, well, we better let grandma call them. What's going
yeah,
on? Hey Chuck, man, you got all these cars here, man. What you want us to do with them?
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
Uh,
Right,
I'll be back to get them.
right,
Mind you, mind you, the word's already out because my mom, she didn't put the word out. Like, now we was in the office, the doctor, he's not gonna walk no more.
right,
That's what they're telling us. And
right.
so my uncle was like, man, you gotta get rid of these cars. In the midst of saying all of that, I bought a '64 Chevy Impala,
Yep, yep.
and I got it delivered. And I just remember getting the call, another car? You can't even drive. You can't even
Yeah,
stand up, and you bought another car?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I had it for like 4 months, and then ended up selling it just so she would stop. Just so my mom
Right,
just stop. And I said, when you gonna grow up? When you gonna stop? And I was like, but this has always been a part of me.
right,
Like, every time someone came from anywhere, they brought me a Hot Wheels car.
right,
I bought the Matchbox cars. If we bought a hobby shop, I bought one of those cars. Like, this has always been me, ma. Like,
right.
nothing's gonna change. Um, but I prioritize now. Whereas my older cousin, he used to be in the cars just like me, but of course he's my older cousin. He matured faster, got
Right.
married, all those great things. And he goes, hey man, you can't spend your money on cars and rims and systems. I said, you're right. He said, man, you got a family, man. You got to worry about, you know, saving something for your family. And like, my family, I don't have no family. My
Right.
mama, my
Right. Right.
mama got a great job. My mom's had that job since I remember my mom having a job. Like,
Right.
mom's
I
always
just did a bottle challenge. I dropped a bottle out of my.
really. What was I looking at?
My bad. My bad. My bad. I don't know what's going on, man. The bottle just slipped out of my hand. It just huh? Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, yeah, man. Like he told me, I needed to grow up, and I was like, but I don't want to be like you.
Right.
Like I'm the king of bad decisions. But guess what? I don't bitch and moan about the bad decision that I made.
Right.
I deal with it.
Right.
Um, oh man, you playing around out there, man. You need to settle down and get a. I said, listen, I'm impulsive,
Right.
and an impulsive man should not be the head of a household.
Yeah. Yeah.
Impulsive, nah, man. When you're the head of the household, you got to be stable. You got to be
Right.
focused, right?
Right.
You
Right.
can't make bonehead decisions, and then now y'all eating ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every
Right.
day. Like I knew people like that, and I used to shake my head like, bro, you got a wife and kid, man.
Right.
Like you gotta do better than this.
Right.
Um, y'all staying in a $30 a day flop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That don't make any sense. Like I in that I would assume based on who I am, like, yo, man, I wouldn't allow that to happen. Like I would know to cut certain things out. Um, just because I know that I have lives that are depending on me.
Right.
And like I'm too impulsive, man. Like I don't mind eating peanut butter and jelly every night.
Right.
But a wife and
But
children might not
but
feel
not your
the
daughter.
same.
If you have a daughter, she gonna let you know. So the two people in your life that's gonna tell you the truth off rip is grandma and your daughter. They're gonna tell you. I mean, and they
Oh yeah.
start and daughters start early. They be like, ew. And you be like, what? You like, that smell, it smells stank in here. Girl, that's my cologne. No, Daddy, you might know. Throw that way away, throw that far, far away from here. The daughters, they keep it. Listen, man. Daughters, they keep it a buck. Sons, they do the same thing you do. They do the same. They man, the sons, man. Like Chuck, like no lie, Chuck. Like you'll be like, say for instance, you be in the room making a beat, and you gotta use the bathroom. You get up to go pee, right? And you walk by your son room, and he'll be in there banging on the keyboard, and be mad because the sound don't come out right. You know what I'm saying? You're like, God dog it, this joker doing it. Ain't I'm doing. And then he'll get up and go to the bathroom and go pee. You're like, hey boy, where you going? Oh, I gotta go pee. God, he doing the same thing. This joker doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Jay Boogie, what's good? Jay Boogie, the man, what's good? That's my older brother, Jay Boogie. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? Jay Boogie is only 27 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Jay Boogie is like, let me see. And he ain't 27, so he just a few years older than me. Shout out to Jay
Okay.
Boogie. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of cologne you had on? Was it that Avon Mesmerize?
Man, no, I ain't buying nothing that cheap, bro. You know me. I ain't buying nothing that cheap. I'm the dude that be at the counter that be like, let me smell everything. And the
Right.
person behind me be like, oh God dog it. I just came in here to buy a watch. This dude up here holding up the line. You know how they talk, but how they be behind you holding up the line so you can hear, so they can hear you. You know what I'm saying? But I rock Lagerfeld. That's my go-to.
Okay.
I rock some Lagerfeld. That's my go-to, right? And I rock some other stuff. It depends on the time of year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I like to rock polo during the wintertime for some reason just smell better on me and to me in the wintertime. As my
Original
dogs
Polo.
start. Yeah. Let me take this dog outside.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have a couple of fragrances that I rock too. Certain ones. Go
Hakarati.
ahead.
Anybody in here remember Hakarati?
High karate.
Hakarati. Yeah, because you don't remember the commercial. You'll have to learn self-defense.
No,
You don't remember Hakarati, bro?
no. You're gonna have
What?
to. I have to see. I have to see that commercial. I don't remember that.
You don't remember Hakarati? You'll have to learn self-defense. Oh man. Yo, whenever you get a chance, you got to watch the commercial, bro. It is ridiculous. Like the girl just be walking by. She smell. She like, and then she get in her karate stance and start beating the dude up.
Ah,
It's crazy.
ah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I never knew that's what this was. I remember seeing this. My uncle having uh some of that cologne. The high karate,
High karate.
brute,
Brute. Yep.
English leather,
Yep. Yep.
Stetson.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh
man.
man, wow, this is crazy. Okay,
Yeah, man.
okay.
That high karate, bro. High karate, you have to learn self-defense. And the girl just jump on and start cutting his ass. And she's like, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Wow, when is this from? Like the 80s?
Might
This
be
guy
the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
70s? Okay.
70s and 80s. Yeah. English
Old
leather. Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah. Old Spice been out forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Every morning there was two things that I was guaranteed. Well, three things. My uncle was going to have a New York Post, listening to 1010 Wins,
Yep.
and drowning himself in Old Spice.
Old
You can smell it
Spice.
down the hall. You can smell it down the hall.
It was so strong, you didn't even have to listen.
You didn't have to
It's
put
like
a lot on, man.
no, it's like Aqua Velva, a little dab of do you. That's Aqua Velva aftershave that you use. Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man.
One day. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how old I was at the time. I know I wasn't a teenager yet. So I'm gonna say between 9 and 12. Somewhere around that age. And I would see the commercials with what's Michael Douglas' dad?
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas. He had the Aqua Velva commercials.
Right.
And I was like, that guy's cool.
Yeah, man.
My uncle got a bottle, and I went in that bathroom and I took his razor and I put shaving cream on.
Right.
And I shaved. Or at least I thought I was shaving.
Yeah.
I went to put that Aqua Velva on.
Yes. And it felt like somebody was ripping your skin off. That thing used to fry your skin.
And then I dropped the bottle, and it splashed on me. So
Oh,
the front of my t-shirt got a big old wet stain of Aqua. Man, listen here. Who got on that cologne? Who playing in that cologne?
Yeah, man.
Boy, good God, did you take a bath in it?
Did you? My father asked me one time. He's like, this is my pops, man. And y'all sorry, I apologize for the cussing, but my pops would be like, God damn it, son. Uncle Freezy, did you jump in the bottle? That's my pops. That's how he would talk to me. But like I'd be like 6 years old. He'd be like, man, did you jump inside the bottle? And I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, Pops, calm down, man. This is Fly right here. Fly. This is my pop dude, man. He was crazy, man. I ain't never had a dude be so straight up with you in all my life. I was talking to a girl once. I was talking to a little girl. I guess I was about 10. She was about 10. You know what I'm saying? My pops coming to the house. He done stopped by the fish market. You know what I'm saying? And came back, got him a 6-pack of you know what I'm saying? He about to cook some fish. You know what I'm saying? Got him a pack of Winston. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is. We probably about to watch the Mets. This is probably like 78, 79, 70, something like that. Mets was trash. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
We was gonna watch the Mets anyway. So he walked back, he looked at me. I'm like, hey, Pops, what's up? Giving him the look like, hey, look at me with this girl. He like, hey, son, she ain't it. Try again. I'm like, no. Little girl start crying. You know what I'm saying? I walk in the house with air on my chest. Like, He's like, hey man, you'll thank me later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, big dog. So I had to have to talk with him. I had to have at 10, I had to have the man-to-man talk with him, Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, so I'm talking to him man-to-man, and he, you know how it is. You know, like, hey, Pops, you can't just talk to people like that, man. You gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? Understand what's, you gotta have more tact when you speak to people. You can't be so disrespectful. He's like, man, hey man, listen. Life is short. You can waste life on you can waste life on words, or you can use that time on living. Which one you want to do? And I was like, yeah, good point. Good point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So he was the same dude that said, hey, Uncle Freezy, this is my pops talking to me. I'm like 14, right? He was like, hey, Uncle Freezy, listen. If you ain't gonna be smart, you better learn how to fight. And in my mind, I'm like, what? So Chuck, I'm like, what'd you say? He's like, this is me. I'm 14, right? Him and my mom's just split up. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there at his house. You know what I'm saying? You know, cooling the gang in the backyard. You know, this is this stage, right? Where he done moved out, got his own place. He renting a house from Miss Newton and all of them, and cooling the gang in the backyard. And he was like, if you ain't gonna be smart, you better learn how to fight. And he looked at me like it was profound. And I'm looking at him like, you know how your computer be trying to do too many things at once and it starts slowing down and buffering? Right. Yeah. So I'm like, what? Huh? And then I told my homeboy that about 10 years ago. He's like, my pops told me the same thing. And I was like, and you got it, right? Because I was hoping that he didn't get it, so I wouldn't look like an idiot. And he didn't get it either. He was like, why'd they say that? And so I was like, and so I was relieved, because even all those years later, I still didn't understand what he was saying. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So your thing, man, I think it may have to be continued. Because this is like a life lesson thing.
Right. I thought about saying, well, maybe I should save it for Chop It Up. You know what I mean? To get more eyes and thoughts on it. Right. But definitely after our conversation yesterday, it just had me thinking, because someone I was supposed to go on a trip with them for a while now, and I keep stalling them out because I want to go, but I just don't want to go with them. And now they're gonna know.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Now they're
Sorry.
gonna know. It's yeah. So um, a group of my long time uh friends and a couple acquaintances, I would consider them, you know, friends to a certain extent. Like they've been,
How many of us have them? Friends. Yeah, I got you.
but they're not the friends that I would call like with anything heavy,
Right.
or if I need to bare my soul. They're not those people. So anyway, aren't y'all aren't y'all too old to be going to Amsterdam? Y'all should have did
Right.
that when y'all was in your 20s.
Right.
I definitely don't want to go with you, but you can stay here. Um, I don't think I am. Like, am I too old to go to that place? Like, I know I'm too old to go to certain clubs.
Right. Because they're gonna be playing music and you ain't even gonna get it. And they're gonna be doing they're gonna have behaviors and you ain't even gonna get it. Like I went to a Metro club about 5 years ago, Chuck. 5 years ago. I went to a
Hmm.
Metro club in this place called Columbia, South Carolina. Right?
Oh.
Outside the building, you can hear
Hmm.
and so the DJ stopped the music and everybody froze for like 20 seconds. The waitress, the bartender, everybody in there, they just froze. Like they drinking, right? Say they drinking, and the DJ stop, nothing, right? Everybody just and I'm looking
Okay.
around like what the hell is going on? What is this? And then the DJ dropped the music. Everybody just going back and talking like ain't nothing happened. Hand to the man. Hand to the man. I was in a mixed club.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
I had no idea what was going on.
Okay.
So I at least I understand that I am out of touch with some stuff.
Right.
I understand that I'm out of touch with some stuff. Right? But the DJ stop the music, everybody freeze for like 20 seconds. Everybody waitress walking by with the thing, she just stopped and just freeze in his pose for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I would have been out.
He dropped the music again, and then everybody just go back to normal. Like, man, what's going? Man, this too much.
Yeah.
This too much for me. This is too much for me, bro. I get styles because listen, man, I ain't even gonna not. Yeah, listen. After I heard mumble rap, can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? After I heard mumble rap when do and everybody like, oh, you heard what he said? That's fire.
No.
What? What? So yeah, can nobody tell me nothing now? Styles have just gone off the rails, right? Right?
Um, it's the well, I'm gonna say it's the lack of talent. And so if you watch, like, um, you have good imitations of acts, people who've come, and boy, they remind me of so and so, and they may have been inspired by that person. Um, but then there's the people that are inspired and then take what they see and take it to another level, like seeing James Brown dance, right?
Right. Right.
and then you coming up with your own dance moves,
Right.
and uh now you're one of the held as one of the greatest entertainers of all time in Michael Jackson, right?
Right.
Like he watched what James did and then he took it to another level, which I'm sure um who Jackie Wilson came first, right?
Okay.
So I'm sure James might have saw Jackie do something and
Right.
he took part of that and then he, you know, capitalized, well, took it to another level. Uh, wait a minute. I don't understand. Wait. Well, yeah. Now you don't have to have entertainment has changed. Oh, Unc. Before I even go any further, another movie because someone was saying last time that we didn't have any comedy movies on
Right.
on the list.
Right. Right. Right.
Idiocracy.
Okay. Okay.
I think that movie might be prophetic
What?
because what we're talking about now, like the dumbing down of the arts
Right.
because people lack talent.
Right.
So the bar got lowered.
Right.
Man, nobody can rap like Rakim, but then don't rap. You don't
Right.
have to, right?
Right. Right.
But there were
Okay.
people that wanted to participate,
Right.
and um, what we have to learn is that there's a generation which I call the T-ball generation,
Right.
where everyone gets participation trophies,
Yeah.
and so you have a whole sector, a whole sector of rap that is that has been raised in the T-ball generation. So
Okay.
because I grabbed this mic, and even though I'm not dope, you should still respect me because I'm getting money. Because I don't like it, don't mean it's not good. It's just I
Right.
don't like it. I don't I don't see the talent in certain things. Some things I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Even when people, even the old heads that I be around, be like, man, how can you listen to that? How can you listen to that? I'm like, nah, man, it's pretty good. Man, this music now here is soft, man. All this music is soft. I was like, no, no, it's not. It's pretty violent.
Yeah.
The beats are melodic. It sounds like an R&B song, but he just said he's gonna run up on the ops with the stick.
Oh God. Come on, man.
So
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think you go back to that self-evaluation and self-esteem thing. Because if you got to get if you got to get something like that to get you believing in a certain thing, man, I just think it's you need to do some self-evaluation. Maybe you need some counseling or something. Because I remember, and the reason why I say that is because I was the dude that was boxing that couldn't get into a mindset until I heard the song "Slam" by Onyx. Right?
mm,
I'll never forget, man. So I'm boxing, man. I'm like 24, 25, something, and just club boxing, just like boxing for money, like the light bill due Friday. The following
hmm
Friday is Saturday morning, and I'm like, if I don't beat this dude, I ain't gonna have enough for the light bill. You know what I'm saying? And
wow,
so
yeah,
my homeboys is like, yo, I'll never forget. This dude was, I could hear the bass line in this dude car. You know how you sitting in like a middle school gym. They move all the stuff out and just put up two boxing rings. They doing
mhm.
two matches at a time, just going. And I remember sitting in the locker room and I can hear the song. And I'm like, yo, what is that?
Boys,
Yeah, but since it was a dude car outside, I couldn't hear it.
Right.
And so my homeboy was like, "Oh, I got that." He was like, "Yo, I got that tape." He popped it in. He had the little slim cassette deck. You know what I'm saying? The two with the two decks.
Right.
And so he popped it in, and the bass line comes on, and me and my homeboy start jumping around. Yeah, we start jumping around. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so they say they call it, they like for about 17 is say Walter Jones, you know what I'm saying? And then they like, yo, and you know what I'm saying, and the opponent is, and before the dude says Uncle Freezy, the dude pops the tape in, we walking down, and all my homeboys was there. It was like 8 of them. It's like, we in a gym on a Saturday morning, man. So the crowd wasn't big. It wasn't nothing but about 15 people in there, and 8 of them was my homeboys, right? And so he played Slam, and yo, we started going crazy, man. We started going crazy in there, right? And we get in the ring, and this dude is over there like, man, what's wrong with you? And I'm breathing like I'm like crazy, like Raging Bull, right? And so the next week, instead of 20 people, it's like 25 people. And it's like eight of my homeboys, and now they done brought their girls with them. So it's like now we done took over the crowd. And
Yep.
like 6 weeks later, it's like 60 people in the gym watching me come out to this song Slam, and it's like 30 of them is my people, right? And so now the dudes is like, I go from like being like a club fighter, right? Saturday morning fighter, fighting for, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do winner take all because I don't know if it was against the law at the time that you couldn't do winner take all purses, because you know what I'm saying, you had to, whatever the prize was, you had to split it like 60-40 or 70-30, whatever. The loser get bread, basically, right? The loser get bread for getting beat up. And so we moved to this next stage of now it's winner take all. Now it's $500 or you got your butt cut. You know what I'm saying? And we coming in to joints like Onyx, and it's like, Chuck, I swear to God, hand to the man, it was like 100 people on a Friday night. And the tobacco barn, the places that sell tobacco,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They sell tobacco, they'll clear out all the stuff out the floor, and it'll be one ring, and it'll be a 8-man tournament. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their little seeds or whatever, like a little playoff.
Right.
And they'll have like somebody cute little niece to do the board. Like if you lose, they take your name off the board and they'll boo you. Like she'll like take your name and wave it, and everybody boo, and they'll take your name and throw it on the floor. It was so crazy. It was like a B movie, but we loved it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I mess around. I'll never forget. I messed around and beat a dude. He beat me up, but I outpointed him, and I won $750.
Ooh.
Oh, what? Shit, I was like, man, I was the king of New York. 750, man, Chuck, bro, 750, bro, $750. I took all my homeboys out to eat. We sitting up in an Applebee's. They getting whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, Uncle Freezy, can I get another strawberry lemonade? And listen, my face on it. I'm like, man, what do you want? Because the dude that beat me up, but I opponent him, right? So I got galls all in my mouth, and you know what I'm saying? Like my eyes like you know how you don't get a donut, but the underneath your eyes be bruised up, like right here.
Yeah.
So I got shades on in here, and all of this is like red and blue. And like the girls with us, they're like, Uncle Freezy, can we go to the bar and get daiquiris? I'm like, give me want? Gauze flying all out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But we had that time, but bro, we had the time of our life, yo. It was crazy. It was crazy, but it is what it is, man. I don't know why I always get into stories and stuff, man. I guess I just like the platform.
Hey,
And for
man.
everybody, and for everybody here, the reason why me and Chuck can get into like these stories and stuff is because y'all make this space so comfortable. It's like a judgment-free zone for like all of
Right.
us to come and kick it, where we just share stuff and just try to give y'all a piece of us who we are. And y'all do the same. I know y'all fill up the chat with a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wild
Just
stuff sometimes.
yeah, sometimes it be wild. You were like, oh yeah, but 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 yeah, man. I remember winning $750. I beat a dude. I outpointed him. I think I beat him like 35-28, right? And that sound like, man, that was close. That ain't nothing but a touchdown. But nah, man, yeah, because I was running, so that dude was hitting me in the ribs and stuff. Man, this dude was so much bigger than me. He was like, I was like 25, and this dude was like 43. But he was like a big country strong
Oh, that's different.
dude. You know what I'm saying? And he needed that $750, right? But I needed that $750. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed that $750, I think, because he had to make it like a house payment or something. You know what I'm saying? And I needed to have $750 because I needed to go buy a car. Because the car that I was driving had just blew the motor head gasket.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I needed to buy a car. Now I couldn't buy a car with $750, but I can put that help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a look. You know, put two checks together.
Right.
Minus what I spent at Applebee's. Man, I spent I think I spent like $150 at Applebee's, bro.
Oh, balling.
Back in the day, and I know $150 don't sound like nothing now, but back then, $150, you talking about 30 years ago almost?
That's a
Man,
lot of money.
$150. God dog. But anyway, man, it was yeah. It was crazy, man. But yeah, man. So Chuck, I got to get out of here so I can do the KMD, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I was looking
The
at the time.
KMD it's supposed to start at 10, and you know what I'm saying. I think I'm gonna have to push it back a little teeny bit. I'm gonna be mad, man. You always be doing that. I hate Chuck Allen. And people are gonna be bitter. They're gonna be, man, I hate Chuck Allen in that show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you guys come and join us at 8 a.m. ish.
Yeah.
Stay
And
with us
hang
till
out.
about 9 a.m. ish. And then you can
Yeah.
go on to KMD and whatever is not fulfilled. Well, oh well. Listen, man, this has been a great show, man. I appreciate the conversation from everybody. The last 2 days, Monday and today was uh
I've been pretty good.
that is the assignment for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Vince. Give me your top 10 tomorrow. This is for tomorrow's show. Your top 10 songs that get you hyped.
Slide to the left, y'all. Slide to the right.
I'm it doesn't matter what you're getting ready to do, whether it's play ball, whether it's what it gets you in that zone. Tomorrow, have your 10. We're going to discuss it. And you can throw out your 10, but guess what? You're gonna have some pushback. Well, why you choose that song? I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
saying. Thank you, Mr. Vince. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going to be for tomorrow. Um,
Yeah, man.
we're not gonna hold the show up anymore. Guess what, guys? I thank you all for coming. We appreciate everyone that came and checked in with
Any
us this
genre.
morning.
Any genre. Yeah.
Um, Pierre Moise, Julian Blum, Subliminal 209, Pudge Nice, Mr. Vince, C Mac, Savage NY, Garden of Nicks, Tone Wu,
Yeah, man.
salute,
Yeah, man.
salute, salute. J Boogie.
And don't tell people that I got beat up and took somebody to Applebee's either. Yo, because I know how the word get around. Like, yo, Uncle Freezy got beat up and took some dudes to Applebee's. They don't tell none of the context. None of the no other part of the story even matter.
no, it's just Uncle Freezy got I got beat up.
Yeah,
Andrew College, Quality Jumper, Stafford Don, Hewitt Samuel, Wayne Peterson. Hey man, I appreciate Osaduki, Antisocial. Hey man, I appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, I always try to shout everybody out, man, because it's important. I want y'all to understand that y'all important. And like I always say, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend who's going to tell a friend. We'll be back here tomorrow around 8 a.m. ish till about 9 a.m. ish. Again, if this is your first time coming, please hit that subscribe. Hit all notifications so whenever we go live, you'll get alerted. And make sure you hit that thumbs up, man. Get us in that algorithm, man, so more people can come in and have a good morning with us. Until tomorrow, man. Vibrant ones. Peace.
Peace, y'all.